obnoxious, uncut, raw.
It's our podcast. Our podcast.
But hey, we're back! This is episode number 2.
Are you wearing a jean?
I would say if I'm wearing a jean, I mean obviously you think of pants, jean, but it's not jeans, it's jean. So I think jeans is
Jingle and theme. That's what I think. He thinks something different. Jingle and theme.
I think a jean is something that connects your wallet to your belt loop.
I'm up now. Let's go.
Really? Dude,
I was obnoxious.
You were obnoxious without saying anything.
Let's go. All right.
This ain't gonna be uncut. This is gonna be totally cut.
Don't cut my beard.
But I wouldn't. Just cause I know. I know.
I get so mad if somebody cut my beard.
It's like taking care of a freaking human being. The beard.
Oh my gosh.
I always have this saying I like to say, I'm more beard than man. Obviously that's not funny.
I mean,
obviously because you're not.
I'm
you
like
didn't even crack it.
Bro, I'm like the shortest man in the earth. So like I'm still a growing man. So like that was not a good joke.
You got Benjamin Button's disease.
No, I don't have Benjamin Button's disease.
Come here,
I just have growing man.
Old man baby.
I'm growing. I'm like 5'6", and I'm still like the shortest man in the whole building with the thousands of people that you cannot see. But what are we talking about today? Episode 2.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So actually,
okay.
I was thinking I was going to start it out right. Yourself is a Jeeper that just started Jeeping. Like I just thought we'd start because next Tuesday we're going live.
We're going live.
Which I'm super excited.
Goes.
And the jingle's gonna happen every single episode.
And probably like Brian and
I
Michael
love
are
it.
probably gonna have a headache with us
a
because of
that.
the things that we say. They are the people that keep us actually on track. Like when we are not on track, they hold up a sign that Diesel probably can't read. That
You're so right.
He probably is gonna say, but they keep us on track. So we want to give a shout out right now to Michael and John for keeping us on track and keeping you, the viewers, engaged.
Oh, wait a minute. What is it? It's our
podcast. Obnoxious,
I always say our.
uncut, and raw.
El Donkey. All right, El Donkey.
All right, what do you want me to say?
Dude, where the El Donkey come?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say El Donkey. All right, so seriously, how long have you owned your Jeep?
I've had my Jeep since October.
October, that's Halloween. All right, so just any questions, like if you can be like, don't be shy. Don't think, man, I'm a man, because a lot of men come into my shop and they feel like they should know. Right? And that is such a, I can't help you.
It's a waste of time.
It is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like for instance, John Moody, Michael Townsend. John is a dentist. I have no issues asking, dude, what the hell are you doing with like sometimes I think he has one hand, another hand, and then he like kicks his shoe off. He's like Zohan. He has his like, how can you do all that shit in my mouth at once? He's got a vacuum, a drill, and like a sandpaper saw ripping through my mouth. Like, I don't know any of that. I don't question it.
Right.
And nobody else does.
Okay.
But it seems like when you're a man, Michael Townsend, he actually goes and like evaluates people to place them in jobs. I wouldn't have any idea. Like,
He also is a great cooker, too. I just learned last week that he's a great cooker. He can actually put on a wig and put on a great show.
Wait a minute, Michael, what is it? What is it? Yeah, bitches. What is it?
Bonjour, bitches.
Bonjour. And he cook a burger.
Yo, congratulations to my dude Michael, because he actually held it down.
He did.
And cooked the whole meal, whole hamburger, and made his own barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce from scratch. My dude.
So that was pretty good. That was pretty awesome.
Okay.
All right, so I like
me
when,
as a Jeeper.
Yeah. So when men come in to me for whatever reason, they don't question all these professions, but me being a guy that works strictly on Jeeps, I get questioned. It's almost like if a man has to come to me and ask me for advice, it's almost like they are being unmasculined.
Feel some type of way because they're asking you.
Listen, it's what I do for a living. So if you honestly, like, if you don't know, like, come, like, I can help. Like it's not, like, it's my profession. It's what I do. I don't, like.
Yeah, like when I.
So you.
When I first met you, my story is, I mean, it's most definitely uncut and raw. I am not the dude to fix your car. I'm not that dude. I'm not the dude to fix my own car. I have questions of my own Jeep. That, like, when I got a Jeep because I wanted a Jeep all of my life. Now, little did I know, like, everything that goes into, like, fixing a Jeep, what happens to a Jeep. My Jeep is pretty new. Like,
What made you want a Jeep? Like the adventure, or just like you as a young child?
Dude,
like,
I was just a young dude, and I looked at Jeeps, and I looked at the body style of Jeeps, and it was just like, that is my car. That is my car.
It's a Jeep, by the way. It's not a car, but
it's a Jeep. It took me 36 years to get one. So if that's any consolation,
but he's got one.
I got one.
He's got one.
2019. And it was in 2019. So, this will tell you something. So, I got my Jeep and everything, and my first thing was, I want to save the value of my Jeep. So, I got a little putt-putt. Everybody should have a little putt-putt. Mine is an HHR 2007.
You got to do the speed for him. You got to do it like you did. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Little pump. I call it little pump because it's burnt orange and it's really good on gas, but I drive it everywhere.
You gotta do the pumpkin. You gotta give him the pumpkin. Because it's
pumpkin. It's the pumpkin. It is the pumpkin. I drive that thing Monday through Thursday. Just to save the miles on my Jeep and to keep the value. So listen, check this out. This is real time what happened to me.
Raw.
First time
Uncut.
Taking my Jeep on a trip. I was going to Atlanta. And as I was going to Atlanta, I was going, doing the speed limit. Speed limit was about 70. So I was probably doing 75, maybe 80. I get down towards the about. It was about. It's
not a recommendation.
Don't follow this at home, kids.
It's not a suggestion.
It was about. So it was like
merely.
Well, I would say some speed limits was 65, some was 70. Because when you hit 85, like it changes when you get towards more of an urban area versus a rural area. It changes. So when I got to about 75 miles per hour, I crossed over a bridge. And when I hit the bridge, now let's rewind. I was saving my Jeep specifically for trips. Specifically for long trips.
Like acid?
To look cool. Because but little pump is for your daily. Little pump is for your gas mileage and for you to have gas. 33 miles to the gallon, okay? I took my Jeep out to Atlanta. First trip, going towards Atlanta, 75 miles per hour. Hit a bump before the bridge.
The bridge.
When I hit the bridge, my Jeep starts to wobble. What in the world is going on? Oh my gosh, I'm about to die! Ah! I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. It's a brand new Jeep. It's 2019. It's still in the year 2019. So it wasn't even 2020 yet. So I was like, what is going on? Why is it wobbling? Why is it going crazy? I was getting ready to trade my Jeep in because I felt like something was actually wrong with it. I hit Diesel up through a text. I was like, Diesel, hey, look.
I'm trading it in.
I'm about to trade this joint in. This is crazy. Like, it did it like 5 times going in. I thought my life was over a couple of times because I had to pull over to the side to stop completely to get it to go back. What was that? What was that?
Well, yours is a little tough because it's stock Jeep.
Right. It's
Like
supposed
it's
to.
stock.
It's a baby Jeep. It's stock.
Yeah.
Nothing on it.
So we put an exhaust on it, man. It's like brah, brah.
But it's still stock. It's still stock.
So Death Wobble is a crazy situation. In his case, wait till I get your ass over here. Fuck. Are you kidding me? What do I do now? Oh, all right. That's the raw part and uncut. So honestly, your Jeep is stock. Like, it don't have big tires on it. It ain't got a big lift. It ain't got all shit. So
Not yet.
yeah, he's got that right. Rock collars in the house. So what causes Death Wobble on the newer Jeeps? It didn't really happen in the earlier JKs because they had a cast iron steering box. And what happens is that cast iron, that steel box, is able to hold steadfast, like it holds it tightly, right? So in your Jeep, the newer Jeep, they went to a lighter Jeep to save weight. The frame, the body, the material that causes everything. It's amazing. Sorry, I'm burping because I drank so much.
It's okay.
It's amazing on how John, I can't read a damn thing.
John, he can't read that, but I can eat this.
You write like a doctor. Uncut. Alright, so actually the steering boxes are actually aluminum, right? So you have stock tires, you have a stock Jeep, everything, but
Baby Jeep.
baby Jeep. But the components are actually super thin, super lightweight to save on the fuel mileage. Like, the lighter your Jeep is, the better fuel mileage you get. The tire wear, everything on a vehicle is extended by the lightness of the components.
Wow.
And then the JLs, they were able to save a shit ton of weight.
It was crazy.
But it's called deflection.
Okay.
So when you're driving a Jeep or any straight axle front vehicles are prone to a death wobble, and what happens is when you hit that bump, it's kind of like a rubber ball. You know, like you play, what's that game you play with a bare hand and you hit the rubber ball against the ding? It's handball. So
Thank you, John.
the doctor.
World class
Fingers.
How'd you get food, man?
Hey, man. Your story is excellent. Just keep going.
I can smell it.
This rib is awesome. Have you ever tried to take ribs from a black man?
Hey, I think God took a rib from me and made you because you're a woman.
I am not a woman. I take that back.
Ah, damn! I'm thinking.
But this rib is good.
Whatever. All right, so what happens is that steering box gets deflected. So it's kind of like that handball. Once it hits a side, it bounces back, and then you start bouncing. Boom, 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 boom. the only way to stop it is to stop, slow your vehicle down, and start going again.
That's what I had to do.
That's what you have
Exactly.
to do.
I had to do that.
So, the fix is Chrysler came up with it, and it's a very expensive fix, is to replace the aluminum box with a cast iron box to where it eliminates the deflection. Now, aftermarket companies actually did great to start eliminating the deflection, which is Steer Smarts. Synergy came up with a really great steering box brace that holds that steering box. You taking off?
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
This is
man.
raw and uncut right here. This is
go
the
ahead.
cook. This is the cook. He
This
cooks.
is rib right here. Oh my God, it's so good.
He's barbecuing every podcast right
my
here.
dude.
Steven. All right,
My
brother.
dude, Steven.
Yeah, I don't get no food. Like's got food. I don't got no food.
He got some here on the
Oh,
side.
shit.
Though. He
Oh,
got
yeah,
some.
I got it.
I'm just hungry. Look at this. See, gourmet. Look at this. I'm gonna take two. Two.
So that's the death wobble.
Enjoy
Like
it.
Love you, Steven.
So-
Alright, have a good trip.
and it goes so much more than that. One, other than your case, like
Yeah.
advancing further than your stock. Like that's crazy. You have stock tires.
Yeah.
Your Jeep is pretty much stock.
Everything.
And, yeah, and you had to
Nothing
go to
to
the
Jeep has been
dealership to the death wobble, and death wobble is one caused by inexpensive parts. Like a lot of aftermarket parts are not as good as the stock parts.
Wow.
They're not. They
to
are
know.
not as good.
That's
Like
good to know.
especially if you have a JK and your steering. The steering
That's good to know.
is not the aftermarket parts are not good. Like if you have a JK, the drag link, the steering, a lot of this stuff that say, hey, we're going to give you 1 ton. Hey, oh God, this is horrible. Hey, you know what? Any company can put 1 ton in front of it, and you Jeepers buy it. You guys buy it. Like I could sell a piece of shit and say this is off a 1 ton, and you guys go crazy. Like stop. Like use your brain. Use your brain. This is super raw.
How many
Bro, I'm
suppliers
gonna put my-
that's-
I might get shot right now. But seriously, when you go to the Jeep shows, people get paid to say you that bullshit. Bullshit. Put it in your hands. Touch it. Feel it. If it feels light and chintzy, guess what?
It's probably not good.
It's probably light and chintzy. This is great. Is this normal on podcasts that people eat ribs?
Hey, I don't know.
I'm enjoying
they
this.
just Cook. This is what they cook. This is. I'm just eating.
If you guys at home are getting hungry for ribs, I think it's normal.
Are they good?
Oh my gosh.
And yeah.
Do they have a place?
No, they don't have a place. They just come to Stacked Off Road. And they cook. They're the Stacked Off Road cookers.
Stacked Off Road.
But seriously,
Man, who does that? Who just comes to Stack Off Road and just start cooking?
Those guys.
Stack Off Road. Family. That's who.
Should be a drinking game. Every time you say stacked off road, you have to drink.
absolutely, John, you nailed it. Hey, everybody at home that's watching this podcast, every time oh God, bring it back.
He do it. Okay. What are the quick tips? Ribs.
Listen, when you're a new Jeep owner,
Yes.
I love you, man. Alright, so if you're a new Jeep owner and you're replacing your parts, please don't do it with your pocketbook.
No.
If you're trying to upgrade your vehicle,
Yeah.
don't do it with a budget. When a budget, pick out what you want. Pick out what you want, and then save
until you get there.
I think that's good. That's especially. Chrysler has came up with great fixes for that depth wobbles for the vehicles, and invest wisely. If you what do you think? You drive to the dealership and you see all these jacked up, beautiful Jeeps for sale that are used. Why do you think they're on the dealership for used? It's because people put bullshit parts on them and then they trade in them because they drive like bullshit, and then they have this whole freaking thing on the internet that Jeeps drive like shit, and people like buy into this bullshit. Jeeps aren't supposed to drive like shit.
But it came powder coated purple.
Purple! Jeeps don't start drive like shit. And you know what? We're coming up to the end of our second podcast.
And I'm bringing out the guitar. Because
Diesel
Diesel has to now make up a song that tells us
About bullshit parts.
that tells us about bullshit parts.
Oh God, really kill me.
And wrapping it up on the lessons learned today. In the key of G.
Bullshit parts are never the right start for your Jeep. Don't make that expensive vehicle be really cheap. Buy the good stuff first and don't waste your money, or you'll trade it in for a Volkswagen or a Monte Carlo.
This is our show.
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 This is our show. Keep your
uncut
cut
and
raw.
This is our show.
And I got a rib. I can make a
Carl,
rib.
how the hell did you manage to harmonize with that? That's amazing.
I don't know. It's amazing to myself. This is our show.
This is our show.
This is our show. This is our show.
Why is there a lot of beautiful Jeeps traded in? It's because cheap parts made them horrible to drive. See you next week!
Obnoxious, uncut, and
Raw.
stacked off road.
Now, aired.